So welcome back to the channel and welcome to the exact same spot as where I started the last video from Italy. You know, I'm still in Tuscany here, and after a couple of days of bizarre rain, thunder, it was absolutely horrific. Finally the light has come back today. We had some pretty nice blue skies today, and yeah, my wife said I'll take the kids to bed so you can do some photography tonight. And just look here, when the light is this good, it doesn't matter if you're stopping at the same spot, just look at it. Absolutely phenomenal conditions here, and there are shots everywhere. You know, there's shot over here with all those hills and those greens in the foreground. There's a castle up on that hill here with these dark mountains and dark clouds behind it, and this S-curved road running in front. You know, there's all kinds of images here that I can take, and I'm just doing a quick stop here, and yeah, then I am heading off to the place where I wanted to photograph yesterday, that's about 3-4 days ago, but I mean in last week's video, but then the light was gone. So I have good hopes that the light will stay here tonight. Let's see which way the clouds are moving. Might be some dark clouds rolling in, so I'm quickly gonna catch these images, and then I'm gonna drive on and keep my fingers crossed that it's gonna stay as good as this. But this is absolutely phenomenal. So quickly taking these shots. These are the shots that I've got right here from this spot, and I'm gonna search for something else. So I'm in the second spot, the spot where I was in the last video, where the light just disappeared. And yeah, there's just a little bit of light at the moment. The sun is behind a cloud again. You know, what's my luck? But on that side of the hill, the light is ridiculously good. And just a couple of seconds ago, maybe 2-3 minutes, I was driving up this zigzag road here, and through my window on the left side, I noticed one tree beautifully on a couple of hills with silhouetted hills in the background. It just looked fantastic. So I quickly stopped, grabbed the big wide, and at 500 millimeters I shot an amazing shot. It needs a lot of dehazing, but if it works, it will be a magnificent shot. So yeah, I'm gonna show you that one. And I took a shot down here of these little towns, villages, houses, I don't know what you call them, but yeah, in a row. And I'm not gonna go up to Volterra because that side will be in the shade, but I'm gonna drive around it and see if I can get to that side, and maybe I can catch a little bit of that light when it's gonna come through the clouds. At the moment you can see up there that there is a large cloud around sunset at the moment, so not too happy about that, but yeah, it's a bit the same like last time. So I'm gonna try to avoid it by going to the other side. Hopefully I can still catch some beautiful images there. So these are the two shots that I took with the 500 millimeter, 400 millimeter plus converter, that is. And let's see if they worked out. So once again, I'm looking at a sunset completely wasted by clouds. You know, somehow me and sunsets, it's never been a good it's never been a good one. I don't know what it is, but somehow sunrises always work fine, but sunsets are always a struggle for me. So let me try to show you the two compositions that I'm trying to work with here. So this is the first shot, so I'll just put this in movie mode so you can see it easier. So this is the first shot that I'm looking for, and you can see I've positioned this land house here on this hill, and you have this beautiful green foreground, and there is some fog here in the background, and especially right there, and that just looks really nice. And if that light is going to hit in maybe 15 to 20 minutes, hopefully you will get all these layers in the landscape. And the second shot, if I just turn the camera, wait a minute, let me untouch this and turn the camera around, you can see that there is some fog here concentrated in that valley down here. And I think about this is going to be my second shot. It's going to be a little bit wider on the top and the bottom, but I think you get the idea of these grasses in the foreground here, running with all these hills. There's a little bit of fog in the background, and then this house here, yeah, it just looks amazing if you ask me, especially with that backdrop of those mountains. So that's what I'm yeah, gonna wait for. You know, I drove around here for 15 minutes before I stopped here, looked at the position that had the best possibilities, and I think this is the best possibility right here. So just hoping for that fog to increase, and then hopefully that beautiful morning light will arrive as soon as possible. So we're about 15 minutes further than you've seen the last shot, and still there is no light. I can see now that there is a large cloud on the horizon at sunrise. You know, there's something with clouds and sunrises and sunsets while I'm here in Tuscany. But I just found a really nice shot that actually blends in very well without that direct sunlight. So let me try to show you on the back of the camera what I've positioned here, because I'm actually quite liking this shot here. So let me show you the back of the camera. So this is the shot that I'm looking at the moment, and you can see there's this one house on this foreground here, and you get all these layers, and then on top of this hill here is another house with that mountain as a backdrop there, and it just looks really awesome. It's really far away, so I'm shooting it with the 150 to 400, and I'm actually using my cable remote here just to make sure that I can catch it without any vibrance in it. So I've did a manual focus here, everything manual, then using this remote, hopefully I can get the shot in focus. And it's a bit of a shame because the sun isn't up yet, but the fog is already disappearing. And that little bit of haze just made this last scene, so that is a shame. So let's just hope that the sun will pop from behind that cloud fast now, and that we can have some of that beautiful morning light show through this valley here. That would be awesome. So at least I got a couple of shots that I'm happy with at the moment. But you know, I'm always looking for light. You know, light makes scenes so much better. So if there was a little bit of side light in this, it might even get better than that. But yeah, let's see. So I'm definitely gonna wait for this composition. I think it's worth it. But this is the shot without the light, but with that little bit of hazy, foggy, atmospheric morning conditions. So right now that light is hitting the scene, so beautiful, it's amazing. So I'm shooting all those scenes that I scouted out before again and again and again with ever-changing light rolling through this landscape. You know, absolutely amazing. So I shot the farmhouse that I initially started out with this morning on the left side and on the right side. And I'm also now looking at this valley down here, and I hope you can see it with that S-curve down here. It just looks amazing, and the right side is now being lit up by the sun and the left side is still in the shade, but on the left side you can see that the tops of those hills are starting to light up also. So just trying to find a shot with that because it just looks really nice. And I don't know if I want to include that backdrop or only concentrate on this little snake through those hills here. Not sure, but absolutely amazing. So I'm taking these shots and then I'm going to drive a little bit further, see if there's a little bit more down the road here. I think these shots aren't going to get any better than this. So yeah, absolutely great. So these are the shots from this spot, and after this I'm heading into the car and I'm going to search for a different spot because I think this was the best of this spot. So I drove to the other side of Volterra here. Now I have a view towards the sunrise, so the big hill with the city on it isn't in front of it. And just look at this scene here behind me. Absolutely amazing. So let me try to show you here what I'm trying to photograph. And I'm gonna show you on this camera so I can still talk to you what I'm doing. So you can see my eye was pulled by this house in the middle now, but there's no light on it. But then the sky is just way too bright. So I do what I always do and I move the camera down a little bit. And you can see that the scene just comes to life now. And you see all those layers on top, especially in the left top there, all those trees, this light in the bottom, everything just seems to work together in one scene. And I think I'm going to shoot it as a 4x3, and maybe later I can crop it back to a 16x9. Not quite sure about that, but yeah, this is absolutely one of my favorite scenes from this morning, and I think I took a couple ones that I'm really happy with. So yeah, this is the shot here from this scene. Absolutely crazy, and yeah, I think the best of the light is almost gone now, so might be a good moment to go back to the holiday home, but I'll make sure to check out that site first. So that's it. I hope you liked this video from Tuscany, beautiful Tuscany. I really enjoyed my time here. I think this is the last video from Tuscany. Tomorrow we have to leave, but there is some heavy fog predicted tomorrow. But we have to be leaving our holiday home before 10 o'clock, so have to pack the car, get the kids ready. So I don't think there's any photography in tomorrow, unfortunately, because I would have loved to see this scene with a layer of fog in it. But yeah, you can't have them all. So if that is going to happen after all, then you will see it in another video. But for now, I think we're done here. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this trip, at least I did. And don't forget, please push that thumbs up button, and there's a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push the subscribe button and the notification bell, you will get a message when I release my next video. So usually every Sunday and Thursday there is a new video out for you to enjoy. So yeah, this is it. Hope to see you next time. No idea where that's going to be, but yeah, we'll see. Bye bye.